And we're back here at the Metropolitan Polo Club in Tianjin, China for the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup 2014. I'm Adam Bucket, and I'm here with Tori Dorsey. And you can see one of the polo enthusiasts there, the young polo enthusiast, getting some practice in before this fourth and final Chukka of our final game. That's a lot of finals, but it's now been thrown in, and it'll be Del Foss for France taking it around. Near side play by Jack Rutledge. Now a big back shot there by Del Foss, and who's turned onto it first? It'll be England now on the attack inside their attacking half. Jack Richardson, but a lovely back shot there by Del Foss saves a certain goal, and the players will ride back to that ball sitting right next to the boards. First onto it is Rigaud for France. Briac Rigaud now on the near side, using the wall as his protection, keeps it, but it looks like it's been back there now by Charlton. Charlton backs it on to Jack Richardson, who's being hard ridden by Del Foss, gets a back shot on it. Richardson's got nothing. Now, the whistle has gone. Umpire's saying he didn't move him off the line, maybe. Or no, they're going to have a throw in. Yeah, it's gone out into the crowd, and they'll have a throw in here. So Del Foss, they're saying he couldn't go in there and play that, so it'll be a penalty to England, but good use of the boards there. So Jack Richardson with a big ride-off by Del Foss. Now, Del Foss, because he couldn't move him off the line, he shouldn't have slipped forward there and played that across. And so it'll be now Jack Richardson for England to get the penalty from the spot where the penalty occurred. And he'll just go to the centre of the field and look to see if there's any advantage by using the players, his own players, as blockers or defence. And Jack Richardson now goes near side, then he hits it on the near side, but it's gone out over the back line. And it'll be a hit in for France. So it's France breathing a sigh of relief as Jack Richardson, you'll see here, he did a lot of work here, so he's hit it under the pony of Del Foss, then he's taken it near side, and he's just put a little bit too much onto it due to the pressure from Nagumu. Now it's Nagumu with the ball near side, heading up the boards again. Back shot there required by Max Charlton. Nagumu's got two of them all over him, and he's still coming up with the ball. Nagumu, great polo here now by the French. Nagumu, and he gets past Max Charlton. He's put a couple of lengths on him. Can he get the good approach shot that he needs? But Charlton reads it very well, but he doesn't do much with it. And now a big clearing shot required by Jack Richardson, and it wasn't really enough. So Briac Rigaud backs it towards the centre of the field now. Clement Del Foss appealing for the foul, doesn't get it, and it's Max Charlton heading up the boards with the ball now, and he's got a little bit of space. He's still got Nagumu on the inside, but he's left the ball behind. Back there now, settling them all down. Jack Richardson for England. England on the attack, right on the halfway mark now. He's got to get past Rigaud. Rigaud can't get in there. Nagumu gets a little bit on it, so it stays behind, but it's now England again cleaning up with Max Rutledge. The green helmet now. Max Rutledge taking the ball forward, trying to get past Del Foss. Rigaud going for the big hook. Does get the hook. Where's the ball? It's underneath a lot of legs. The whistle has gone.
Again, the ball lost amongst the scrum.
Yes, it was. Oh, I think he's been hit in the mouth with the mallet. Max Rutledge.
He's looking a bit distressed.
Not in a good shape. He's behind the goal mouth, and there's blood in the snow. He has copped a mallet in the mouth, and they're just looking to see if some teeth fell out there. I think they've called for the ambulance, and that's a lot of blood coming out. Max Rutledge there has been hit in the mouth with the mallet. Let's see who's the culprit. Some very graphic footage there by the cameraman. So this is Rutledge here with the ball. Oh, he's copped it there from Rigaud, and look, he's chucked his mallet and ridden straight for the sideline. So you watch here, you watch Rigaud come through. Rigaud comes there, and oh, he's copped. It's not the head of the mallet, luckily. It's the cane
shaft as he was bringing the mallet back up. He wasn't striking at the ball.
That's right. It's in the upswing after the shot, I think. So he's struck down, and then it's come back up there, and it's hit him. I think it's hit him sort of across the top lip. So let's hope nothing's broken in there and that he hasn't lost any teeth.
England does have a reserve player in Richard Lepore, and I'm sure that he'll be
he'll be on the sidelines. He'll have his whites on, and he'll be ready. You can see plenty of blood in the snow there. This is one of the earlier plays here. The good hook there by Nagumu on Max Charlton. But neither team giving an inch here. Look at this big away shot by Rigaud.
Very physical match between the French and English in this final quarter.
Look,
final.
Richard Lepore is their substitute. He is a very good player. Again, as we saw yesterday, it will take the substitute a little while to get used to the ponies. But he's up and he's walking. Will be interesting to see whether he wants to continue on or whether they want to bring the substitute in. He could just have a good cut. It may only be a fat lip or something like that. But time will tell.
Does look like he's
a bit dazed, isn't he?
Escorted off.
He's not in good order. So he might have a little bit of concussion there as well. So I doubt we'll be seeing him back on the field. I'd say that Richard Lepore, who will be a fantastic substitute. Richard Lepore is a very, very good polo player. So the English team is very strong. He'll go into the medical tent, and we'll see. I'm guessing Richard Lepore warming up and getting dressed to come out.
I don't think there was anything intentional about that incident. No. It shows you, again, the physicality and the aggressiveness and danger of this sport.
Well, the people came to see some action. We're getting plenty of action. We're getting plenty of physicality. We didn't come to see blood, but
here we're looking
it does make it very interesting. So,
looking at highlights.
Look at this Del Foss. This is a great goal by Del Foss. He wove his magic through plenty of sticks and plenty of ponies' legs to get that ball out in front, and he put that one through. He was very pumped when that one went through.
That was the first goal of the game.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Max Charlton not so excited about that one. But it was very clinical, Mr. Charlton. And
we'll see the French penalty that didn't quite make it over the goal mouth as well. I mean, we're at all equal at 3 apiece here. 3:44 remaining in the fourth Chukka.
It's a great goal there too. So
again, highlights of the France-English match. Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup 2014 to determine our fourth and final semi-finalists. Hong Kong, China, Brazil, and Chile having advanced to the semi-final stage.
I tell you, the Tory, England didn't need this at all. I could really feel the momentum there. Even though the scores are tied up at 3 apiece, the momentum was going definitely with the English team at the time. Rigaud was doing a lot of work, and I was just wondering how long he could withstand the pressure, because he was covering all the time, running back, covering, and we now got some vision there of the medical tent just to see who will come out of the tent. Will it be Richard Lepore with his number 4 jumper on, or will Max Rutledge make the there's umpire Steve
Evans, yes.
Evans with the other third umpire. That's South Africa. And
we saw John Fisher there from Hong Kong, China.
There's the officials up there with Izzy from the Metropolitan Polo Club. And on-field commentator from Australia, Ian McDewey. And now we have an interview with one of the Mexican, the team manager for Mexico. And I think that was going back to live to Mexico. Well, not live, but it was being recorded to be sent back to Mexico.
Such is the prominence of this tournament. Again, endorsed by the Federation of International Polo. And I've just received news. There's our colleagues.
Our colleagues, our Cantonese team. They're right next to us up here in the commentary box. That's Karen, Leo, and Elena, who you've probably seen on some of the... and there's us here. So that's us.
We've just received news as well that Max Rutledge will be replaced by Richard Lepore.
Yeah, that's terrible news for Max. But like I said, Richard Lepore is a very, very good player, and he's been in these situations before where he's had to fill in, and I'm sure he will.
And we've got Jack and Max Charlton coming back out onto the field. And Richard Lepore, again, 5 handicap player. You know, he's certainly talented and experienced player for England.
No slouch at all. The only thing that'll probably work against him is that he may not have had a lot of game time this tour. He hasn't had any game time this tournament on the snow, but he's a very good arena polo player in England. They play their ponies through the winter over there, and I'm sure he wouldn't have been on the plane over here if he wasn't the right man for the job. So
we saw when obviously we had a similar scenario with Mexico and Brazil, and you know, the Mexican player came out, and it did take him probably you know, half a chukka to warm up and settle down, but then by far he was very strong throughout the remaining match. Unlike this, where we're into the 4th chukka, we've got 3:44 remaining.
Yep.
Is there actually enough time for Richard Lepore to actually make an impact?
Well, this is the thing. I think he doesn't have the advantage that Diego Solzano had for Mexico yesterday, where he's got a couple of chukkas up his sleeve. He's got to go in and just try and win this from the get-go. And I think the safest play, I think Alan Kent will be in there now. He'll be saying, look, don't try and be too fancy with the ball here, Richard. All you need to do is take the man and keep, and they'll probably send him to
Rigaud,
the danger man, and say,
out.
look, if you can take Rigaud, that'll give us space, you know, for Richard, for Jack Richardson and Max Charlton to make the plays. But they only need really, you know.
And I think that is a smart play. If Lepore just takes Rigaud out, really, unfortunately, and Pierre-Henri Ngomo hasn't been really an impact player thus far.
No, but he's very good with the ball. So if they do if they allow him to get loose, he'll score. But it's time will tell with this one. It's going to be a very interesting last half of the chukka. And that's Jack Richardson coming out. There's Kenneth Lau and Steve Clark again in the back. Steve Evans in the background. And there's Richard Lepore with the grey helmet. That's actually Diego Solzano there in the background, the Mexican player, probably giving him a few words of encouragement and saying, I was here yesterday, mate. Go hard, run strong.
And Richard Lepore, they will give him a chance to jump on the pony, stretch himself out. You can see him trying to get the blood and adrenaline flowing. Again, colder climates, you know, you don't exactly warm up quickly.
No, Lucky's from England.
Yeah.
He knows all about colder climates.
Again, England and France, 3 apiece here in the 4th chukka. The Chile team waiting for the winner of this 4th and final quarterfinal. We're at the Metropolitan Polo Club in Tianjin, China. Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup 2014. We're at the halfway mark. Adam, you've been here for over a week now, covering the round robin stage of this 16-goal tournament.
Certainly have. It's been a lot of fun. Although I must say, as I've said before, the Metropolitan Polo Club here and the Fortune Heights have left no stone unturned, but I must say one of my most favourite things about this tournament would have to be the hot chocolate. Yes. The hot chocolate is to die for. And especially when it's 0 degrees here and we're out on the balcony with our earphones on, it's a very good cup to have delivered to your table. As we see Richard Lepore.
As you said, the Metropolitan Polo Club again setting a benchmark, I would say, for polo around the world. I mean, with the world-class clubhouse and facilities, and the growth of China or the growth of polo in China, notable with clubs in Beijing, Tianjin, Shanghai, and others to be developed, really trying to adopt, not only make an impression with the sport, but polo as a lifestyle, and teaching equestrian pursuits to children, grassroots development, not only for polo, but for riding.
Exactly, and I think that, you know, the Chinese polo community are very conscious that it is a very good sport for the Chinese people to embrace, and you can travel the world and get a lot of experience and meet new people and create new relationships in business and friendships. So I think it's a great initiative, and it's one that should be really encouraged. And you know, the support here for all the nations, and FIP, the Federation of International Polo, have seen how keen the people here are at the Metropolitan Polo Club, and you know, they've embracing that as well and supporting it by bringing 12 nations here. And I'm sure there's a few more that were on the list that would love to come.
We're back to action now. We're at 3:40 remaining, fourth Chukka. It's all even with Richard Lepore joining the fray.
Let's see if this will be Richie Lepore's first hit of the ball. Lovely back shot there by Ngumu, hitting it straight onto the stick of Rigaud. Rigaud doesn't get enough on it and left behind by Del Foss. The ball sitting in a bit of a hole there. Ngumu now, as I said before, very handy with the stick, and has lots of ball skills here now, but it'll be the physicality of the English that they've got to have to get past now, with Rigaud getting into some space, and he's now over the advantage line, heading deep down into his half. And there's Lepore with a near side play on Rigaud and backing it straight onto the stick of Jack Richardson. Can't do much with it though. Now he backs it, comes off the legs of Del Foss for France. Now Rigaud tries to take it around the back. Who's there? Lepore, and he's got the foul against him. Del Foss coming up the line, yeah.
So penalty awarded to France. Clement Del Foss with possession here. We're having another look-see. You can see Richard Lepore.
So
it looks like we've the unfortunate news, Max Rutledge having lost 2 teeth.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Terrible. Yeah, I saw Alan Kent there putting his hand under. Oh, and we've got a fall. The whistle will go. That's Max Charlton. They won't blow the whistle, or will they?
Whistle's gone, and Charlton with their reserve player already on the pitch. And we just, this could...
Let's have a look at the replay of this one. So we've got Rigaud taking the... Oh, the pony's spun around and he's just popped off. I don't know what happened there.
He just reared on him.
And he's landed awkwardly. So nothing going right for the English at the moment. It's all falling apart. And as he was hitting the deck, we were getting the news that Max Charlton looks like Max Rutledge has lost 2 teeth. So
we're at 2:44 remaining. And actually, the penalty was awarded to England, France. So now 3 apiece, everything to play for.
Richardson hitting it out to space, gets it to Charlton. Rigaud just pushes it forward past Richard Lepore, who cleverly just taps it back inside there. Now Jack Richardson tells him to leave it. A big write-off by Del Foss. That was a great play there. Who'll get back there first? Richard Lepore has to get past Rigaud. He does. Now Rigaud picks up the second play, concedes the first, goes to the second, then reads it very well. Now he's got control and he's still well inside. The snow getting quite soft and chopped up here. 0 degrees at Tianjin, and it'll be Ngumu for France now. Inside their half, but still a fair way out from goal. Let's see if Briard can do something here to bring this one. Oh, lovely look at the approach shot here. That is the goal of the tournament to put them in front by 1. He said, I don't have a lot of time left on the clock. I'm going to chance my arm. And he has done an absolutely amazing goal to curl that one around. And now we'll look at the quick replay here. Look at this. I thought he'd lay it up. I think he was thinking he might just get it in front of the goal mouth, but it has sailed straight through the middle, and that is an amazing goal for France. So that'll put them 1 up, and things going right for France while things aren't going so good for England at the moment.
So France a nose ahead. 1:20 remaining in this game.
Again, unlucky bounce for Jack Richardson there as it comes off Ngumu's pony's leg. Richardson tries to bring it back in and around. Probably not the sort of surface that you want to try and tap too much in this field. And you can see anytime they go for the small tap, the field beats them. So they probably need to be hitting bigger and longer and trying to get this ball up into the danger zone. So now Richardson. See, now he's found a hole. You can see that it's very hard and hits it up there now. Trying to find a sweet spot here is Delfosse for France. Going to get the deflection off the board. France up by 1 with 40 seconds left on the clock, but it's England in attack.
And the whistle goes.
And the whistle does go.
And you could see J.J. Alberti calling, asking him not to tap that ball. They warned him to strike at it, although it was stuck in a bit of a rut.
He tried to pull it out of the hole before he played at it.
And we have 37 seconds remaining.
This looks very bad for England and very good for France. Whistle. Oh, see, again, as soon as they tap it, they've just got to unload it. And that's another one. Same penalty. It's almost the identical penalty.
So again, called against Rigaud, which certainly at this stage, being a goal up, not a mistake that he wants to make.
Doesn't look good for France. Umpire's moving the ball up to the 30-yard line.
So penalty awarded to England with 31 seconds remaining.
Oh, I can't sit down. It's too exciting, Tori. Can England equalise here with 31 seconds left on the clock? Another nail-biter here at the Goldin Metropolitan Polo Club.
Looks like this, yes, this goal can be defended.
They can defend this. They will want to have their wits about them to do it. I haven't seen many defended, and the ones that do, sometimes they go out over the back line and they get another shot. So it's, let's see if Briac can keep this one out for France.
Max Charlton.
He's equalised. 30 seconds left on the clock. France now with an opportunity to get this up the other end. I can't imagine them playing a small shot here. It'll be just very big clearing shots and get it up into the block hole. There's the shot that they needed, straight onto Ngumu's stick, but he's still a long way out. He's way out there on the right-hand side. Jack Richardson, and the whistle has gone.
Against Jack Richardson.
It looks it.
Ngumu appealing for a penalty.
Ngumu created the foul, and they're saying that I'm not sure what the penalty is for. So he's left the line here. So Richardson then goes in. Oh, that's a. I think some of the players are a bit curious as to what this one's for.
So the umpires had a brief discussion. There's no clarity over.
8 seconds between.
Or is it a spot hit for England?
It might be, because maybe Ngumu came behind the saddle there. He might have deemed that he came in behind the saddle.
But with only 8 seconds on the clock, I sense that we're looking at
looks unlikely, doesn't it?
Penalty shootout to determine our 4th and final semi-finalist.
Yep, it looks very unlikely here that we will be. Oh, here we go. Oh, unlucky. And Delfosse is off his horse. It is all happening here. And the hooter has gone. Oh, he went for it and he's missed it. And
we've got a loose pony as well.
A loose pony and a loose mallet. The mallet's gone flying. We've got one English player without 2 teeth. And what a game of polo here this afternoon. So we are going into a penalty shootout now to decide again who will be going into. Let's have a look here. You might even see Delfosse come off his pony here. Have a look. He spins. Oh, oh.
A rearing pony.
You know, if in Australia, if you come off like that and you don't say getting off, you've got to buy a case of beer.
So we've had it all in this game.
We've had it all.
2 teeth
Thrills
out, 2
and
players
spills
on the ground.
We've had 2, that's right, 2 players on the ground. And that was even as well. 1 English, one French. And one missing 2 teeth, which is very unfortunate.
But Delphos, he looks fine and moving himself back towards the pony line as we prepare for yet another penalty shootout. Well, you couldn't have asked for a closer game.
I know.
We've had 2 penalty shootouts today, 2 quarterfinals, 2 shootouts to determine our semi-finalists.
And this is what we came here for. We came here for excitement. We came here for action, and we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an absolutely brilliant day out here on the snow. And third man umpire Steve Evans going out to the centre to officiate the penalty shootout, to tee up the balls. Stable manager or director here, Derek Reed, will bring the balls out.
If you're just joining us, we're in live action on Now Sports, the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. This is the 4th quarterfinal. We started just over a week and a half ago with 12 teams. We're down to 5, looking to determine our 4th and final semi-finalists. Teams waiting in the semi-final round: Hong Kong, China, having themselves won in a penalty shootout yesterday against the USA. Brazil and Chile also victorious. It's 4-all after regulation, England and France. We've had quite a dramatic quarterfinal. Here's some of the highlights from that match.
Yeah, this is Delphos taking it around. He wove some magic here, that's for sure. He got through one and then evaded the hook of Jack Richardson to put that one through, and he was very excited to get that one away.
Really set the tempo for the game there.
It did.
England just tapping that one through. Again, we had the unfortunate scenario, Max Rutledge, and I'm sure we'll have a look at that. Rutledge having an unfortunate injury and being replaced by Richard Lepore, but here are highlights from the earlier stages of this match. And the French team sneaking another through. That was Clement Delphos.
He played a great game, really, like up till now out of the field, and Jack Richardson always plays solid, and he was in everything here today.
There, a goal from Max Charlton. Again, making his mark. Here's a penalty that was awarded to France, defended, but again, high and hook that one through the goalpost. Hopefully we'll get another shot of that tremendous goal from distance. There it is.
Here, look at this. Yeah, that's an amazing goal. That's almost the goal of the tournament.
Certainly a goal, and that was the equalizer from England, which has taken us to where we are at this stage.
And there's Max Charlton down behind the goals.
Again,
all rugged up.
Fortunately, I'm sure that he'll be seeking some medical, well, not medical attention, some dental work.
Dental attention. You got to give him points for toughness, because he's back out there.
So what we will see is, again, all 6 players, 3 on each team, having a shot at goal.
And that's Jack Richardson on screen, the number 2 for England. And the ball has been teed up. The FIP officials down there, Peter Bush in the garden.
Steve Evans, the referee, putting the ball on the spot.
Looks like it'll be England to go first with Max Charlton. Hits it cleanly.
The post.
Puts the pressure back on to the French.
You could not have asked for better quarterfinal results. 3 of the 4 now have gone to penalty shootouts.
Down to the wire.
Shows you the evenness of these teams.
Briac Rigaud for France. Ooh, only just, but it's good enough.
Did sneak that one through just inside the right post.
Just see his backswing here, Tori. It isn't all that straight. See how he brings the mallet out or wide of the horse. It's not ideal. You want to try and keep that pendulum very straight and parallel with your pony when you're coming in. And that could be why the ball skewed off to the left a little bit there. So his right, our left. But now Jack Richardson on the paint horse. He makes certain of that one.
That one through, yes. Just bouncing across the...
Only probably about 2 metres further than Sam Hopkinson's one from earlier.
I think these players will have observed the Sam Hopkinson penalty shot as well as the French penalty take earlier.
That's right.
Right.
Henri Nagumu.
He's going to pop his through as well. We're at 2 apiece.
These players have been really concentrating on getting these penalty shootouts right. And just early on in the tournament, there was a lot more errors coming through in the penalty shootouts, and they've worked out very quickly. Let's see what the replacement player, Richard Lepore for England, will do now. Oh, and it's gone wide to the left.
So, that being said, now France actually has a chance to win this quarterfinal match. It's, again, pity Richard Lepore facing Max Rutledge. Now Clement Delfosse walks up
to win it for France.
Win it for France, yes.
Oh!
And Delfosse misses his.
We have had everything in this game now. We have had everything. And it has hit the post and gone wide.
So at this stage, we go again.
We go again.
Penalty shootout.
But this time now, it's sudden death. So if one French player gets the first one in and one English player misses the second, then France wins, and vice versa.
So it's sudden death.
But the opposing team can now block. So you can't hit these easy, gentle shots just across the line, because it'll be cleared out of there by the defender.
So you can nominate one player to sit in the goal mouth.
And Rigaud now will be the man of the moment. And try and, so what this does is encourage these players to now hit bigger and harder and over the defender.
Max Charlton first up for England.
Pressure's on. And it's gone wide. Okay, so if France get this, France win. If France miss, the next players then go around.
So for the second time in this game, France with a chance to advance to the semi-finals against Chile. Again, Clement Delfosse missing his penalty shot, which would have put France through as a second opportunity. This one to be taken by Briot Rigaud. Jack Richardson in the goal mouth for England.
There we go. Hits it. It's gone wide. So we go to another round. We go to the next English player.
They're hooking it to the right there. Again, the ball being lighter than your standard polo ball. But we will continue this until we have a winner at this stage.
Until one falters more or less than the other. But you'll see in some of the earlier footage, I'm not sure if you caught up with it, Tommy Biddle, who has a habit of hooking them quite badly to the right, actually aims his pony and the ball at the left-hand goalpost when he comes in. Here we go, Jack Richardson. He hits it, gets it through. So now
France must make this to stay in the game.
To stay in, and it looks like it'll be Nagumu on the Palomino. Look at him, he's very, very happy with himself, Jack Richardson there.
So England noses ahead, 3-2 in this penalty shootout.
That's got to hurt too for Rigaud to actually get something on that and still not be able to stop it. So the pressure now on Nagumu. Edge of your seat stuff here at Tianjin at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup quarterfinals to see who goes through to the semi-finals. And Jack Richardson not only scores the winning goal, but keeps out the losing goal of France, and it will be England going through to the semi-finals on Saturday.
There's the final penalty shot. You can see Jack Richardson, they are elated. France having 2 opportunities to win.
Yep.
And England victorious.
And a great result for England. They had 1 player came off. They've had another one lose 2 teeth. They've had the substitute come on. And through all the adversity, the English team have stuck together. They have concentrated and relaxed their penalty shooting and have come out with a victory. So at the end of the penalty shootout, it is 7 goals to England and to beating France to 6. And the English players are ecstatic and very happy. Great result for Max Rutledge. And we'll go to the break now with England winning the final quarterfinals game here today at Tianjin.